Yes. Am I audible? Am I audible, Pasangla? Is the screen clear? Suddenly the live got disconnected. Is the screen visible? Is my voice audible? Can anyone please tell me? So we can continue. ஒரே ஒரு மெசேஜ் போடுங்க. Okay, great, super, thanks. So, மூணு விதமான epithelium பத்தி பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தோம். Simple squamous, simple cuboidal and simple columnar. So, இந்த cuboidal epithelium it's present in your glands and ducts. அதை பத்தி தான் நம்ம பேசிட்டு இருந்தோம். Okay, it's present in your tubular parts of your nephron. It's present in your eyes also, பசங்களா. It's present in your iris, choroid, ciliary body of your eyes and it's also present in your sweat gland. So, மூணு முக்கியமான function இருக்கு உங்க simple cuboidal epitheliumக்கு. ஒன்னு வந்து absorption, secretion and excretion. Okay, so absorption A-S-E, you can remember it like that. Okay, next you have simple columnar epithelium. எங்க இருக்கு? Lining of stomach, pancreas and bile duct. இதோட function வந்து absorption and mucus secretion. Can anyone tell me what is the use of mucus? Though digestion chapter is actually removed, can anyone tell me what is the function of mucus in your digestive system? Anybody? Yes. இது வந்து உங்களோட brush border epithelium, brush border columnar. Brush border columnar னா என்ன? இப்படி மைக்ரோவில்லா இருக்கிறது இல்ல சீலியா இருக்கிறது தான் நம்ம brush border columnar ன்னு சொல்றோம். Okay, they are involved in absorption and secretion. Where are they present? They are present in simple small intestine. Okay, then you have brush border cuboidal. இது எங்க இருக்குன்னா it is present in your PCT of nephron. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். Okay, then you have your ciliated epithelium. What is their function? To move particles in a specific direction. Okay, ciliated cuboidal in the neck of the nephron and collecting duct. You have your ciliated cuboidal epithelium which is going to help in reabsorption and ciliated columnar in vas efferentia and fallopian tube, that is in your testis and also your female reproductive system, that is in your fallopian tube. இவ்ளோ டீடைலா இல்லாட்டியும் basic functions உங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பா தெரியணும் about the epithelium. Okay, yes. Now let's talk about glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium na the epithelium which is modified for secretion. They are capable of secreting certain substances. அததா நம்ம வந்து glandular epithelium னு சொல்றோம். So இந்த glandular epithelium வந்து unicellular-ஆ இருக்கலாம், multicellular-ஆ இருக்கலாம். Okay, so unicellular glandular epithelium example வந்து goblet cells of your alimentary canal. So what do this goblet cell produce, pasangla? It is going to produce mucus. Okay, and you also have multicellular glandular epithelium which is present in your salivary gland. So I think all of you know there are two types of gland. One is your endocrine gland and exocrine gland. So endocrine gland enna panna pasangla? They are ductless glands. Okay, they just allow their secretions into the bloodstream. Exocrine na they have ducts like your salivary gland. Okay, you have your pancreas which is both endocrine and exocrine. Okay, இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய glands இருக்கு in your exocrine. Usually this exocrine comes in digestion. Okay, endocrine glands க்கு ஒரு chapter படிச்சிருக்கோம். கரெக்ட்டா? Yes or no, pasangla? Did everyone understand what is endocrine and exocrine? Any இது வந்து தப்பா கொடுத்திருக்காங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Actually, this should be exocrine. This should be endocrine. Okay, the heading தப்பு. Yes, so now we shall continue. Function, ரொம்ப easy. Secretion. Okay, goblet cell of your alimentary canal secretes mucus. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான question. Multicellular, they consist of cluster of cell. Where are they present? They are present in your salivary gland. Okay, exocrine na enna? They basically release their secretion through ducts. Okay, you have your saliva, earwax, sebum, okay, oil, milk, digestive enzymes. They are all examples for exocrine secretion. Then you have endocrine glands which they do not have duct. They produce hormones. Okay, so glandular epithelium na romba simple ana vishayam naabu vechukonga. They are involved in secretion of substances. Okay, now we shall continue. So before I continue, I want everyone to like this live, share this live and do watch this live till the end and get the notes in the description. Our link கொடுத்திருக்கோம், அதை போய் follow பண்ணி get the free notes. Okay, so you can see the endocrine gland and you can see the exocrine gland. இப்போ நம்ம compound epithelium பத்தி பார்ப்போம். So what is compound epithelium? It has multiple layers. Your skin is an example for your compound epithelium. So that is my skin involved in absorption and secretion? No, it is more involved in protection. Okay, so where are they present? Dry surface of skin, moist surface of your buccal cavity, your pharynx, your initial part of your digestive system, okay, inner linings of ducts of salivary gland and pancreatic duct. Function enna? Protection. I already sonna mari. They are protect against chemical and mechanical stress. Yes? Yes, I'm good. Okay. So you have, what are the different examples? Stratified cuboidal and stratified columnar. Okay, stratified cuboidal na enna? Cuboidal cells arranged one above the other. Okay, stratified columnar na enna? Columnar cells arranged one above the other. What is their location and what is their function? Very important. Okay. Yes. Epithelial tissue, this is your picture, NCRT picture. Okay, so glandular epithelium, like unicellular irukla, multicellular irukla, or you can have a compound epithelium. Okay, glandular epithelium could be unicellular, could be multicellular. Yes. இப்போ நம்ம ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம் பார்க்க போறோம் பசங்களா, cell junctions. Questions have come from this. Okay, in your PYQs நிறைய questions கேட்டிருக்காங்க. முதல்ல cell junction னா என்ன பசங்களா? I have one cell. Okay, I have another cell. Okay, these cells will basically communicate, right? இந்த cell A க்கும் cell B க்கும் ஒரு communication இருக்கும். These gap junctions or this cell junctions act as a communicating medium between the two cells. Okay, ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். So junction na enna? அது ஒரு அந்த ரெண்டு செல் மீட் ஆகுற ஒரு பாயிண்ட் தான் நம்ம ஜங்ஷன் னு சொல்றோம். Yes or no? So you'll have many cells like this. You'll have so many cells. Okay, and the space between the cells is called ECM, extracellular matrix. Okay, so there should be an interaction between cell to cell and between the cell and the ECM. ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Why do you think the cell communication is ma'am cockroach? Today I'm not doing. Today I'm doing only animal tissues. Okay, today it's full. Tomorrow I'm doing cockroach, and day after tomorrow it's frog. Yes. So மூணு விதமான cell junctions இருக்கு. Tight junction, adherence junction and gap junction. Okay, so what is this tight junction going to do? இங்க ரெண்டு செல் இருக்குன்னா இந்த ரெண்டு செல்லுக்கு நடுவுல எந்த சப்ஸ்டன்ஸும் லீக் ஆக கூடாது, right? So they are going to seal the two cells together. ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Okay, they are going to seal. எப்படி நம்ம ஒரு கம் போட்டு ரெண்டு things ஒட்டுறோமோ அதே மாதிரி tight junction stops the leaking. எப்பவுமே இந்த tight junction வந்து it will be present on the apical surface. மேல தான் இருக்கும். It will not be present in the basal surface. Okay, so all of you understood what is tight junctions? Clear? Yes. Next you have adherence junction. They are basically adhering the two cells. Adhering na enna pasangala? And rendu cell onna sekum. Yen onna sekano? Why should the cells be always together? Can they be just scattered? No, they cannot be scattered over. They should always be together. Why? Because the cells form tissues, tissues form organs, organ form organ system, and organ system form organism. Okay, for that levels of organization we have adherence junction. Okay, they cement the neighbor cells. That means what? They stick as a glue between the neighboring cells. Okay, next I have gap junction. Seri ma'am, tight junction soninga, adherence junction soninga. Are they going to help in communication? No, I have something called as gap. That gap junction is going to help in communication between the two cells. Okay, so what is it? Communication. You can see here, this is one gap. You can see the movement of substances to and fro the cell. That is going to help in communication. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம் பசங்களா. என்னோட செல் தனியா ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆக முடியாது. We are all multicellular organism. So we need one cell to communicate with the other cell, or else there is no life that is going to exist. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். So we will see the three kinds of junction. I want everyone to put the three kind of junction in the chat box. Tight junction, adherence junction and gap junction. எழுதுங்க பசங்களா. So let's see one by one very clearly. முதல்ல நம்ம tight junction பார்க்கலாம். இங்க பாத்தீங்களா? This is your tight junction. Okay, இதுதான் உங்களோட டைட்டா ரெண்டு செல்லையும் சீல் பண்ணும். So there is no leakage. ஒரு செல்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு செல்லுக்கு there will be no leakage of substances. Ma'am, அப்புறம் ஏன் communication நடக்குது ma'am? Leakage ஆகக்கூடாதுன்றீங்க, அப்புறம் எப்படி communication நடக்குது? See, the substances which are leaked could be harmful to the other cell. இல்ல அந்த செல்லுக்கு அது தேவையே படாத ஒரு விஷயமா இருக்கலாம். But the substances which are transported through gap junction are very important, very vital for the transport or for the survival of the other cell. Yes, very good. It stops from leaking. I want everyone watching this live to like the live. Okay, so இதுதான் உங்களோட டைட். அந்த டைட்ன்ற வேர்ட்லயே எல்லாமே முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. நீங்க பெருசா ஒண்ணுமே ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க வேண்டாம். அந்த பேர் மட்டும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிட்டாலே போதும். எங்க இருக்கு பசங்களா? அது என்னோட apical surfaceல இருக்கு. Next I have othering junction. The junctions which is going to other the two cells. Other na enna ma'am? Which is going to join the two cells or keep the two cells close together. Best friends, thick friends irpaanga theriyuma school la la, they'll always be together. They'll be othered together. Enga ponalum onnave povanga. Adhe da ingiyum nadakum. Okay, so these othering junction you can see. Can you see here? This is cell A, this is cell B. How are these two cells othered? They are othered by the help of this otherent junction. இல்லாட்டி என்ன நடக்கும் பசங்களா? Imagine if there is no otherent junction, so there will be no tissues only. All the cells will simply be floating. ஆமாவா இல்லையா? எல்லா செல்ஸும் அப்படியே தானா ஃப்ளோட் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கும். அங்க வந்து அதரிங்கே இருக்காது. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். ஓகே, அதோட முக்கியமான விஷயம் என்னன்னா கேப் ஜங்ஷன்ஸ். ஓகே, கேப். இப்போ ஒரு 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 ரூம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது கண்டிப்பா ஒரு ஜன்னல் இருக்கணும். பிகாஸ் இட் நீட்ஸ் சம் kind of communication, or we need a door. The same thing here. Every cell has a door or has a window. That is what we call it as gap junction pasangla. Okay, so what is this gap junction going to help? It facilitates the transport of substances between one cell to another cell. Rombo rombo mukkiyam. Okay, some examples you have aquaporins. Idella neenga already padichirpinga if you guys have read transport in plants chapter, right? Aquaporins. In the aquaporin enna pannuna, it is going to help in the transport of water and water soluble substances. Okay, and you have plasmodesmata. Hi Santosh. And you also have plasmodesmata. Idu yarach kelvi pattirkingla? Does anyone know what is plasmodesmata? This we have studied. Okay, idu kandipa padichirkom. Plasmodesmata na yarkad enna theriyuma? It is present only in plant cells. Okay, it helps in transport of substances between two plant cells. Adha avanga plasmodesmata oda function. Okay, so everyone understood what are the three types of junctions? Let me know if you guys have understood or not. Give me a green heart in the chat section so we can continue. Yes, in plants plasmodesmata are present in plants. Idu வந்து ரொம்ப சின்ன பிட்டா தான் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க உங்களோட NCERT bookல, but questions can be asked from here. Okay, cell junctions மூணு விதமானது, tight junction, adherent junction, and you have your gap junction. அவ்வளவு அழகான பிக்சர் பசங்களா இது. இதுல எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிரும். இங்க பாருங்க, tight junction என்ன பண்ணுது? ரெண்டு செல்லை சீல் பண்ணுது. I already told you it's present in the apical surface. Okay, then you have adherent junction. Okay, இந்த adherent junctionல ரெண்டு விதம் இருக்கு. ஒன்னு வந்து desmosome, இன்னொன்னு வந்து hemidesmosome. இதெல்லாம் நீங்க ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க வேண்டாம், சும்மா புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க போதும். Okay, so desmosome என்ன பண்ணுது? It is connecting one, hi Kirtana, hi. It is connecting one cell to another cell. Okay, and you can see hemidesmosome, it is connecting my cell to the basal surface. என்னோட செல்லோ basal surface connect ஆகணும், அதே மாதிரி என்னோட செல்லோ இன்னொரு செல்லும் connect ஆகணும். So this hemidesmosome and desmosome are a kind of adherent junction. அப்புறம் இங்க பாருங்க பசங்களா, gap junction. இங்க ஏதாச்சும் டிஃபரன்ஸ் தெரியுதா? இங்க substances ஈஸியா flow ஆகலாம் உங்க gap junctionsல. Okay, so this picture is very very important. You can take a screenshot or you can download the PDF, okay, in the link that is given below and study. Yes, so now we will move on. இப்போ நம்ம connective tissue பத்தி பார்க்கறோம். See, it is the most abundant tissue. இதே ஒரு question கேட்கலாம், which is the most abundant tissue னு. Okay, so that is your connective tissue. It binds, என்ன பண்ணும் connective tissue? என்ன பண்ணும் பசங்களா? ரொம்ப ரொம்ப simple, connect பண்ணும். Right, it's going to connect. It's going to connect what? The different parts of my body, like your blood. Blood acts as a connection between my lungs and my heart. Okay, it acts as a connection between my heart and my kidney. Yes or no? So that is what we call it as connective tissue. It provides support, it provides framework, fills spaces, stores fat, produce blood cell, protect against infection and helps repair damage. Okay, it has so many numerous functions pasangla. எக்கச்சக்கமான functions இருக்கு இதுல. Support பண்ணோம், like your bone, you have cartilage. Okay, you have your adipose tissue which stores fat, you have your bone marrow which is going to produce your blood cells. Okay, and you have also protecting against infection. These cells are not adjacent to each other and have abundant intracellular material called matrix. So இந்த செல்ல என்ன நடக்கும்னா ரொம்ப கிட்டலாம் இருக்காது. உங்க epithelial cellsனா ரொம்ப கிட்ட இருக்கும், கரெக்ட்டா? ஆனா your connective tissue are far from each other and they are all connected by a matrix. Okay, and matrix consists of fibers and a ground substance whose consistency varies from fluid to solid. I have a fluid connective tissue, I have a solid connective tissue. Connective tissue has a good blood supply and is well nourished. Okay, so இந்த connective tissue எப்படி classify பண்றாங்கன்னு பாப்போம். இதுதான் உங்களோட connective tissue. நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி இங்க பாருங்க, இங்க ஒரு செல் இருந்தா இங்க ஒரு செல் இருக்கு. அந்த செல்ஸ்க்கு நடுவுல நிறைய ஸ்பேஸ் இருக்கு, and that space is filled by a matrix. Okay, and what does the matrix contain? The matrix contain lot of fibers, நிறைய fibers இருக்கு. Okay, so we are going to discuss the different kinds of connective tissue pasangla. Does anyone watching the live know what are the types of connective tissue? Yarkach therinja please solunga. Idudhaan pasangla romba mukkiyamaana vishayam. Connective tissue proper, special connective tissue. See, let's follow NCERT blindly. Okay, so nariya adla fluid, liquid, apra dense connective tissue andha mari kuduthirukanga. This is completely based on your NCERT. We will follow this. Okay, so connective tissue proper la loose connective tissue irukku, dense connective tissue irukku. Okay, loose connective tissue la areolar tissue and adipose tissue, very important. Okay, dense connective tissue la regular dense connective tissue, irregular dense connective tissue ரெண்டு இருக்கு. அதே மாதிரி என்னோட special connective tissue la cartilage, bone and blood. Okay, so actually blood is a fluid connective tissue, but in your NCERT they have placed it under a specialized connective tissue because it has special function. Yes, loose and dense connective tissue. இப்போ ஒன்னொன்னையும் நம்ம clear-ஆ பார்க்க போறோம். Areolar tissue, adipose tissue, regular dense connective tissue, irregular dense connective tissue, cartilage, bone and blood. Are you all ready with me to just finish this connective tissues? Okay, very important questions comes. So இதுதான் பசங்களா, எங்க இருக்கு உங்க லூஸ் கனெக்டிவ் டிஷ்யூ? என்னோட ஸ்கின்னுக்கு அடியில, என்னோட ஏரியோலார் டிஷ்யூ ஆகட்டும், என்னோட அடிபோஸ் டிஷ்யூ ஆகட்டும். Yes, it is all present below the skin. Okay, then you have fibrous connective tissue, you have your, they help in forming your ligaments, then you have adipose tissue. Okay, then you have blood, then you have bone, cartilage. All these are the different kind of connective tissue. We will start one by one. So let's start with areolar tissue. Okay, so என்னென்ன இருக்குப்பா இந்த loose connective tissue? What are all present? Okay, you have fibroblast, you have macrophages, you have mast cell. இந்த மூணுமே ரொம்ப முக்கியம். So what is present in loose connective tissue? All of you put it in the chat box. Fibroblast, macrophages, mast cell. So fibroblast என்ன பண்ணோம் பசங்களா? They are specialized cell that produces fibers. So fibroblast என்ன பண்ணோம்? Fibers produce பண்ணோம். Okay, in the macrophages or mast cell, macrophages are involved in phagocytosis, mast cell is involved in inflammatory response. Okay, so இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் நம்ம immune function ன்னு போடலாம். Okay, ரெண்டு இருக்கு, areolar and adipose. So where do you see areolar? It is present beneath the skin. Okay, it serves as a supportive framework for epithelium. என்னோட skin இருக்குனா, என்னோட skinக்கு அடியில இருக்கும் என்னோட areolar tissue. Okay, and I was talking about fibers, correctா? So ரெண்டு முக்கியமான fibers இருக்கு. ஒன்னு வந்து collagen, இன்னொன்னு வந்து elastin. So there is something very interesting about collagen. யாருக்காவது தெரியுமா? What is something a very interesting factor about collagen? Does anyone know? Yes. Does anyone know about collagen? Collagen is the most abundant animal protein pasangla. நம்ம animal kingdomலயே ரொம்ப abundant-ஆ இருக்க protein வந்து collagen. So this is very important from NEET exam point of view. Yes. Okay, இந்த collagen வயசானவங்களா பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? என்ன ஆகும்? அவங்க ஸ்கின்னால ரொம்ப wrinkle ஆயிடும். ஒரு 80-85 வச்சுக்கோங்க. Okay, their skin will become wrinkled. Okay, அவங்களுக்கு fine lines வந்திருக்கும். ரொம்ப லூஸா இருக்கும் அவங்க skin. ஏன் பசங்களா? Because their collagen content will decrease as you grow older. Aging signs வரும். Fine line, wrinkles, you could have already observed it in your parents, correct? So all these are the symptoms of aging. That is because there is a decrease in the collagen. As you grow older and older, சின்ன குழந்தையா இருக்கும்போது கொலாஜன் கண்டென்ட் ரொம்ப அதிகமா இருக்கும், ஒரு வயசு வரைக்கும் அதிகமா இருக்கும், அதுக்கப்புறம் கொலாஜன் கம்மியாயிட்டே வரும். அதனால தான் இந்த ஆன்டி ஏஜிங் க்ரீம்லலாம் கொலாஜன் மாஸ்க், கொலாஜனுக்கு ஹேர் கொலாஜன், ஸ்கின்னு கொலாஜன், they do a lot of things. Yes, happens to this happens to animals also? Yeah, in animals also. Yes, as they grow older it will happen. Then you have adipose tissue. Adipose tissue na enna pasangala? It is a fat storing tissue. Enadhu? Fat storing tissue. So what kind of cells do we call it as? We call it as adipocytes. Okay, adipocytes. So எப்படி ஒருத்தங்க வந்து obese ஆயிட்டே போறாங்க, they are eating a lot of junk food. Okay, so your body is not able to utilize it, so they are converted into adipose cells. So they are all stored in your adipocytes. Okay, அதுதான் நடக்குது. It is called adipocyte, it stores fat. என்ன adipose tissue function என்னவா இருக்கலாம்? உங்களுக்கு areolar tissue function புரிஞ்சது. Adipose tissue function என்னவா இருக்கலாம்? Can anyone tell me? I'll drink water meanwhile. What could be the function of adipose? Ma'am, fat use ஆகுமா மேம் நம்மளுக்கு? கண்டிப்பா யூஸ் ஆகும். நீங்க எப்பலாம் சாப்பிடாம இருக்கீங்க, எப்பலாம் நீங்க ஃபாஸ்டிங்ல இருக்கீங்கயோ, your adipose cells will release the fat and that will be utilized by your body. இன்னொரு விஷயம் என்னன்னா, it is going to provide insulation against cold. Very good Samriddha. Yes, very good. Yes. It acts as an insulator. உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப cold ஆகும்போது என்ன ஆகுது? You automatically tend to rub your hands, right? Or rub your skin because that is going to produce heat. Okay? So இதுதான் அவங்களோட connective tissue பசங்களா, areolar connective tissue. இங்க பாருங்க, இதெல்லாம் fibroblasts. These are your fibers, collagen, elastin. Okay? Mast cells and macrophages. இப்போ நம்ம dense connective tissue பத்தி பார்க்கலாம். Can we continue with dense connective tissue? Can you all give me a victory sign so we can continue? So dense connective tissue as abundant collagenous fiber. There are two kinds of fiber, white and red fibers ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. The fibers and fibroblasts are very compactly arranged. இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா the fibers and fibroblasts are loosely arranged. Yes, storage, correct crazy dude. இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா they are very tightly arranged. ரொம்ப காம்பாக்ட்டா இருக்கும். Okay, இது வந்து ரெண்டு விதமா சொல்றோம், regular dense connective tissue and irregular dense connective tissue. So what is this regular dense connective tissue? It has an organized pattern. So இங்க ஒரு connective tissue இருந்துச்சுனா அது பக்கத்துல கரெக்ட்டா ஆர்கனைஸ்ட் ஆயிருக்கும். It is very strong, enabling the tissue to withstand the pulling force. Okay, so and where are they present? Examples are very important pasangla. Tendons and ligaments. Hi. So tendons and ligaments are the examples. Okay, can anyone tell me, this is very important, tendons na enna, ligaments na enna? What do ligaments do and what do tendons do? Nariya perku indha confusion irukku. Ligaments connect one bone to another bone. Inga rendu bone irundhuchna and rendu bone connect pandra vela da ungaloda ligaments. Okay, tendons connect bone to muscle. Okay, so ligaments enna pannom, they connect bone to bone. Okay, tendons, what do? They connect bone to muscle. I hope all of you understand this one point. Okay, can I continue? Yes or no? Ligaments and tendons. Ligaments present everywhere in our body? No, they are not present everywhere. They are present where bones are there. ரெண்டு போனுக்கு நடுவுல தான் உங்களோட ligaments இருக்கும். ரெண்டு bone connect ஆகுற இடத்துல, to be very specific. Okay, we'll continue now. இதுதான் உங்க dense irregular, ஒரு மாதிரி irregular-ஆவே arrange ஆயிருக்கு. This is your dense regular, which is regularly arranged. Okay, yes. So dense regular ku dense irregular ku example சொல்லிருக்காங்க. Okay, remember the example, tendons and ligaments is for regular, okay, and for irregular it is the dermis of the skin. What is epidermis? The outermost layer. Dermis is the innermost layer. Simple. Okay, then you have tendons and ligaments. Difference சொல்லிருக்காங்க. Tendons connect muscles to bones, okay, whereas ligaments connect bones to bone. It is tough and elastic. Okay, it is elastic and strong. And they are white in color, they are yellow in color. Okay, yes, we will continue now. Specialized connective tissue, we are almost coming to an end. Specialized connective tissue la skeletal irukku, fluid irukku. Skeletal la enna irukku? Cartilage and bone. Okay, fluid la enna irukku? Blood and lymph. So idu nama vandu body fluids and circulation la fulla clear ah paathachi, right? So we discussed this. So ipo cartilage na enna, bone na enna? So what is cartilage pasangala? Cartilage ku bone ku enna mukkiyamaana difference enna? Cartilage is a pliable matrix. Okay, pliable line, I can actually move my ears, I can actually move my tip of my nose. Okay, and I have my trachea which are surrounded by cartilaginous rings. cartilage is made up of chondroitin salts. Cartilage la enna irukku pasangala? Chondroitin salts irukku. Adhe unga bones la enna irukku? Calcium and phosphate irukku. So your cartilage is a little flexible. Pliable na little flexible. Adukku na adu odakka mudiyuma avlo easy ah odakka mudiyadhu. Bone is more harder. Okay, that's very very important. The intercellular matrix is solid, pliable due to chondroitin salts. This is very very important. C for cartilage, C for chondroitin salt. Okay, so the cartilage cells, and the cells enna solrom nama? Chondrocytes nu solrom. Okay, are enclosed in small cavities within the matrix secreted by them. Ingalla irukku parunga. உங்க earsல இருக்கு, okay, hyaline cartilageல இருக்கு, then you have it in your throat here and you have your rib cage. How are they articulating? They are all articulating via your cartilage. Okay, ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். Yes, if cartilage is clear. ரெண்டே பாயிண்ட் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. Cartilage is pliable, that means it's flexible. Okay, it is made up of cells called chondrocytes and it is made up of a salt called chondroitin salt. அவ்வளவுதான். இந்த மூணே பாயிண்ட் ஞாபகம் வச்சுட்டா போதும். Cartilage is done. Okay, next let's talk about bone. Already சொன்னது, it is hard, non-pliable. அப்படின்னா என்ன? Non-flexible. Can I bend my bone? Can I anytime bend my bone? No, I cannot bend my bone because it is made up of such strong substances. Okay, what are those strong substances? Calcium salts and collagen fibers. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Okay, bone cells என்ன சொல்றோம்? Osteocytes ன்னு சொல்றோம். Cartilage cells என்ன சொல்றோம்? Chondrocytes ன்னு சொல்றோம். இத வந்து நாம osteocytes ன்னு சொல்றோம். Hi Bharat, hi. Okay, the lamellae and they are arranged in spaces called lacunae. அதே மாதிரி இந்த bone cells ரொம்ப கிட்ட கிட்டலாம் இருக்காது, அங்கங்க இருக்கும். Okay, and that space, this entire space is called as lacunae. Okay, the lamella are arranged in concentric patterns around the tube called Haversian canal. ஒரு Haversian canal மாதிரி இருக்கும், tube like structure இருக்கும். Okay, in the tube like structure க்கு surrounding in the concentric circle na what? They have the same center. Okay, they will all be arranged in a concentric circle form and they are going to form a unit called osteon. So unga bone oda smallest unit edu? Osteon. Okay, this is your Haversian canal. This is how it looks. Okay, it will have many and many concentric units called osteon. Okay, so study of bone is called osteology. Okay, osteology ன்னு சொல்றோம். The bone எவ்வளவு முக்கியம்? எத்தனை bone இருக்கு பசங்களா நம்ம human bodyல? Can anyone tell me how many bones are present in an adult human body? Yes? Anybody? How many bones are there? Locomotion and movement கண்டிப்பா படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. We have 206 bones பசங்களா. So human bodyல எத்தனை bone இருக்கு? 206 bones இருக்கு. When I do locomotion and movement, I will teach you. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம blood குள்ள போலாம். இப்போ நம்ம specialized connective tissueல skeletal பார்த்துட்டோம். skeletalல bone and cartilage. இப்போ blood பத்தி எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும், கரெக்ட்டா? So bloodன்றது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஸ்பெஷலான connective tissue. So what is blood made up of? Very good, very good. Blood is made up of what? Plasma and formed elements. இது நம்ம நிறைய வாட்டி படிச்சிட்டோம். Body fluids and circulationல படிச்சிருக்கோம். Yes, now what is this plasma? எவ்வளவு % plasma இருக்கு பசங்களா? Plasma is around 55%, formed elements is around 45%. Okay, can anyone tell me? Yes, it's a fluid connective tissue. Very good. Can anyone tell me what does your plasma constitute? Plasma la ennalla irukku? Plasma has plasma proteins, correcta? Proteins irukku, ions irukku, okay, water irukku main ah. இதெல்லாம் தான் உங்க plasmaல இருக்கு. Okay, and there are 3 important kinds of formed elements. Okay, one is your RBC, WBC, அதாவது நம்ம leukocytes னு சொல்றோம். The other one is your platelets. Yes, now I have a question. Let me see how many of you will answer it. In the blood cells, in the formed elements நம்ம என்னன்னு கூட சொல்றோம்? Blood cells னு கூட சொல்றோம். Can anyone watching this live tell me where are these blood cells produced? In the blood cell எங்க produce பண்ணப்படுது? Anybody? At least one of you? ரொம்ப ஈஸியான question. ஏன்னா நான் இது வந்து body fluids and circulationல சொல்லி கொடுத்திருந்தேன். I had discussed this. Okay, all of you watching the live, please do like this live. Okay, ஒரே ஒரு help பண்ணுங்க. Yeah, these blood cells are produced in bone marrow பசங்களா. Okay, if you are a non-veg fan, I think all of you know what is bone marrow. Yes, very good Tanu, excellent, excellent. Bone marrow la produce agade. So the process of production of blood cells is called as hematopoiesis. Romba important word. Okay, the process of production of blood cells in bone marrow is called as hematopoiesis. Okay, the RBC, WBC, platelets. நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க பசங்களா, RBC ஓட function என்ன? Can anyone tell me what is the function of RBC? RBC என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Erythrocytes ன்னு சொல்றோம். கரெக்ட்டா? குயிக்கா நான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு body fluids and circulation ஓட revision இங்க கொடுத்துறேன். Right? Hi, erode. Yes. So you have around 5 to 5.5 million RBC இருக்கு per mm cube of blood. Every mm cube of blood has 5 to 5.5 million RBC. Hi. Okay, இந்த RBC வந்து இன்னொரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான விஷயம் என்னன்னா, it is enucleated. அதுக்கு நியூக்ளியஸே கிடையாது பசங்களா. It does not have nucleus, okay, and this RBC is red in color. So can anyone tell me, yes, they carry oxygen to the whole body, very good. Not just oxygen, even carbon dioxide will later on be carried. Exchange of gases, superb, okay. They are red in color because of a presence of a pigment called hemoglobin. Okay, இதெல்லாம் revision தான், நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியும், okay, but just will quickly revise. This hemoglobin is made up of heme and globin. Heme என்றது என்னது? Non-protein part. Globin என்றது என்னது? Protein part. Okay. Now, I have a question. RBC produce ஆகிறது என்னமோ உங்களோட bone marrowல. Where does this dead RBC go? Because என்னோட RBC ஓட life span வந்து வெறும் 120 நாள் தான். Okay. What will happen to this RBC after 120 days? It will die, correct? அது எங்க போகும்? All the dead RBCs will go to one organ. Very good. Excellent, crazy dude. It goes to spleen. Superb. So spleen is the graveyard of RBC. ரொம்ப simple பசங்களா. நான் இதை எழுதி முடிச்சிட்டு சொல்றேன். ஒரு பாட்டை நீங்க திருப்பி கேட்டுட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா அந்த பாட்டு நல்லா ஞாபகம் இருக்கும், கரெக்ட்டா? Same thing obeys to everything in life. If you want to improve your memory, either listen to it many times or read to it many times. Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree how to improve your memory? Either listen or either read on your own many times. Yes, அதுதான் ஒரே ஒரு simple trick, வேற ட்ரிக்கே கிடையாது. Okay, so this is about RBC. As you guys said, RBC helps in exchange of gases. Okay, and it's the most abundant formed element. Okay, next அதுக்கு தான் நம்மளோட blood வந்து red colorல இருக்கு. Okay, next I have leukocytes. Okay, leukocytes என்னன்னு சொல்றோம் பசங்களா? WBC ன்னு சொல்றோம். இதுக்கு வந்து அழகான நியூக்ளியஸ் இருக்கு. ஏன் நான் வந்து அழகான நியூக்ளியஸ்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன், நான் நிறைய டைம் WBC கவுண்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். Okay, you can actually see WBC with different shapes of nucleus. Okay, ஒரு செல்லுலயும் நியூக்ளியஸ் வேற மாதிரி இருக்கும். So we call it as polymorphonuclear பசங்களா. Okay, அதோட RBC வந்து மாறிட்டே இருக்கும் shapes. Okay, there are two types of WBC. Can anyone tell me what are the two types of WBC? One is granulocytes and other one is agranulocytes. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். Okay, ma'am, granulocytes na enna ma'am? Romba simple. I have my WBC, in that I have granules. அததான் நான் granulocyte ன்னு சொல்றேன். Agranulocyte na I have my WBC where there are no granules. Okay, so granulocytes la மூணு விதம் இருக்கு. Let me see how many of you will write it before me. Neutrophils, eosinophils, okay, and கடைசியா basophils. இது மூணு தான் உங்களோட WBC ஓட granulocytes ஓட மூணு விதம். அதே உங்க agranulocytesல அதே மாதிரி மூணு இருக்கு. I think I'll change the color. So you have lymphocytes, ரெண்டு இருக்கு, மூணு இல்ல. Lymphocyte and monocyte. Okay, this is how they are classified. Classification of WBC. Okay, இது எல்லாமே என்ன பண்ணும் பசங்களா? It is going to help in providing immunity. Okay, immunity க்கு தான் இது எல்லாமே help பண்ணும். Neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil oda function. Okay, lymphocyte, monocyte oda function. I have done it in body fluids and circulation. You can go and check it out. Okay, yes, now let's stick on to the topic. Okay. What are the last kind of blood cells? Platelets. இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் உங்க WBC count. Does anyone know what is a WBC count? Anybody? யாருக்காவது தெரியுமா WBC எவ்வளவு இருக்கு நம்ம உடம்புலன்னு? 6000 to 8000 cells, okay, per mm cube. 8000, one second, இப்படிக்காக எழுதுறேன். WBC is 6000 to 8000 cells per mm cube of blood. Okay, next, the last one we will talk is platelets. Does anyone know what is the function of platelets? Platelets oda function enna? Platelets oda innor per enna? Thrombocytes. Okay, they are going to help in coagulation of blood. Romba easy. Or clotting of blood. இது எல்லாமே potent questions பசங்களா. Okay, coagulation of blood. You go back and see your PYQs, you will understand coagulation of blood or clotting of blood. எப்பெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு injury நடக்குதோ அந்த blood வந்து clot ஆகணும். Yes, very good Tanu, very good crazy dude. They are going to help in coagulation of blood. That's about your blood. Okay, முடிஞ்சிச்சு. So blood is a very very important thing. இங்க ஒரே ஒரு function தான் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Can you guys think about the other functions of blood? ஒன்னு வந்து transport circulation ன்னு கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. அத தவிர what could be the function of blood? Let's all think பசங்களா. யோசிக்கணும். எப்பவுமே யோசிக்கணும். சரியோ தப்போ. Let's all think. Okay? They are going to help in maintaining homeostasis. Homeostasis na enna pasangla? What do you mean by homeostasis? Anybody? It's the maintenance of a constant internal environment is called homeostasis. Romba romba mukkiyam. Correct? In our blood, we are all warm blooded, right? So your blood is helping us to maintain an homeostasis. Other thavara, it helps in clotting, correct? It helps in immunity. உங்க bloodல வந்து இந்த WBC வந்து சரியில்லாட்டி உங்களுக்கு immunity இருக்காது. Okay, then you also have ஒரு இன்னொரு விஷயம் யோசிச்சு வச்சிருந்தேன், that is excretion, removal of nitrogenous waste. அதெல்லாம் எப்படி நடக்குது? என்னோட bloodனால தான் நடக்குது. Yes, study body temperature. Yes, that comes under homeostasis. Okay, so அவ்வளோ முக்கியம் பசங்களா உங்களோட blood. Okay, and உங்களுக்கு ஏதாச்சும் உடம்பு சரியாட்டி என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? முதல்ல blood test தான் எடுப்போம். கரெக்ட்டா? To understand what is wrong with your body, we all study your blood. So blood is a diagnostic tool. அப்படி கூட நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். Okay, now let's go to muscles. Okay, a muscle is highly vascularized. Highly vascularized na enna pasangala? Rich blood supply. Romba romba mukkiyam. ஏன் வந்து இந்த மசிலுக்கு அவ்வளோ blood supply தேவைப்படுது? They are working so much continuously. இப்போ நான் பேசிட்டு இருக்கும்போது the muscles in my mouth, the muscles in my hands, they are all working. So they need more and more oxygen. Okay, they are made up of fibers called myofilaments. Okay, muscle fibersல ரெண்டு protein இருக்கு, ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமானது actin and myosin. Okay, and this actin and myosin protein நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்னா we call it as contractile protein. என்னன்னு சொல்றோம் பசங்களா? Contractile protein ன்னு சொல்றோம். They can ask you which of the following is a contractile protein? Actin and myosin. So இதோட டீடைலா நம்ம locomotion and movementல பார்க்கலாம். Okay, இந்த muscle fiber வந்து contract ஆகி relax ஆகும். Okay, so if I have to pick a pen or if I have to write something on the board, the muscles here has to contract and relax. ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். It muscles take part in locomotion and movement. Okay, there are three different kinds of muscles: smooth muscle, cardiac muscle and skeletal muscle. Okay, these are the three important kinds of muscle பசங்களா. நம்ம முதல்ல smooth muscle இதுல இந்த மூணுல can anyone tell me which is the involuntary and voluntary muscles? சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். Can anyone tell me which is involuntary and which is voluntary? Yes, your smooth muscles and cardiac muscles are involuntary in nature. Involuntary na enna pasangala? They are not under the control of your mind. Okay, என்னோட ஸ்டொமக் ஆகட்டும், என்னோட ஹார்ட் ஆகட்டும், நான் சொல்லி தான் அது வந்து அதோட வேலை பார்க்கணும்னு கிடையாது. என்னோட பிரெயின் சொல்லி தான் அது வந்து அதோட வேலையை பார்க்கணும்னு கிடையாது. It keeps working. Okay, that's very very important. These tissues lack striations. Romba simple. இதுதான் அவங்களோட structure. Okay, this is going to help you to understand locomotion and movement. So please pay attention here. It is uninucleate. ஒரே ஒரு நியூக்ளியஸ் தான் இருக்கு இதுல. Spindle shaped ஒரு மாதிரி இந்த மாதிரியான shape. Okay, uninucleate. Very, very important. It is considered to be involuntary. Okay, the smooth muscles are shorter than your skeletal muscles. And these smooth muscles are not attached to your bones. So, in the smooth muscles, we call it as involuntary muscle. Okay, illa we call it as visceral muscle. Yeah, ma'am, this visceral muscle in solringa. This is pudu pera irukku yosipinga. All your internal organs. கரெக்டாக நம்ம உடம்புக்குள்ளே இருக்க ஆர்கன்ஸ் உங்கள் ஸ்டொமக் ஆகட்டும் உங்கள் லங்ஸ் ஆகட்டும் உங்கள் இன்டெஸ்டைன் ஆகட்டும் தே ஆர் ஆல் மேட் அப் ஆஃப் திஸ் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் மசில் see here your entire gut right from your mouth till your anus they are all made up of smooth muscles பசங்களா ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம் ஓகே அதனால தான் நான் அதை வந்து visceral musclesன்னு சொல்கிறேன் மேம் visceralனா என்ன மேம் internal organs all the internal something that's present inside is called as visceral. Okay, visceral organs nu sollala, visceral muscles nu sollala. Okay, can we continue pasangla? Is smooth muscles clear? Now we have cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles eppadi patta muscle na? They are striated. You can see the striations. In the mari striations irukom. They are highly branched. Nariya branching irukom and they are interconnected in a complex network. ரொம்ப இன்டர் கனெக்ஷன் இருக்கும் ஏன்னா இந்த கார்டியாக் மசில் மாதிரி உழைக்கிறவங்க யாருமே கிடையாது பசங்களா பிகாஸ் தே ஒர்க் ஸோ ஹார்ட் தே டோன்ட் டேக் ரெஸ்ட் அட்லீஸ்ட் வேற மசில் எல்லாம் நீங்க தூங்கும் போதாவது கொஞ்சம் ரெஸ்ட் எடுக்கும் கரெக்டா உங்க ஸ்டொமக்ல இருக்க மசில் நீங்க சாப்பிடாத போது கொஞ்சம் ரெஸ்ட் எடுக்கும் ஆனா உங்க கார்டியாக் மசில் ரைட் ஃப்ரம் த டைம் யூ ஆர் born till the time you die it keeps working so it is a highly fatigue muscle okay fatigue na என்ன tired ஆகும் ஆனா அந்த டயர்டை வெளியே காமிச்சிக்காது. Okay, they are striated with single nucleus. They are involuntary in nature. Remember, they have single nucleus. Yes, correct. Okay, now we will go to skeletal muscle. This is ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஏன் இது வந்து skeletal muscle னு சொல்றோம்? Because they are attached to bones. Attached to bones. Okay, இது எப்படின்னா இது வந்து it has multiple striations. இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க வந்து அந்த மைக்ரோஸ்கோப்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா அதுல அவ்ளோ ஸ்ட்ரையேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கும் and they are multinucleate very very important be it your cardiac muscle or smooth muscle it was uninucleate but this is multinucleate pasangla and there is cross linking or cross marking that is present. Okay, purinjada can we continue? That is about your skeletal muscle and they are voluntary in nature. So ellame idla clear ah solliyachi striated involuntary adu voluntary adu mattumda striated multinucleated uninucleate. Okay, they are attached to bones, they are present in vessels in your internal organs. Okay, and they are present in the wall of the heart. Functions are very very important pasangla. Okay, now we will go to the last. This is your NCERT picture. So இந்த மாதிரி pictures கொடுக்கலாம் உங்க examல இங்க பாருங்க striations. So this is your skeletal muscle இல்ல அது striated muscle னு சொல்றோம். Okay, and this is your smooth muscle which is present which is also called as unstriated muscle illati அந்த visceral muscle னு சொல்றோம். Okay, then I have my cardiac muscle which has so much of branching in between them. Okay, yes, the last cell that is your nervous tissue. Okay, nervous tissue are very very important. They are going to form your central nervous system, autonomic nervous system and peripheral nervous system. இந்த மூணுமே இந்த ஒரு tissue நால தான் form ஆகுது. So what is this nervous tissue made up of? It is made up of neurons. So neurons are the structural and functional unit of nervous system. Okay, என்ன இருக்குப்பா இந்த நியூரான்ஸ்ல என்ன இருக்கு பேசிக்கலா? Neurons have a cell body. இங்க தெரியுதா? இதுதான் உங்களோட cell body. Okay, and they have projections. இந்த மாதிரி projections இருக்கும். We call that a cytoplasmic projection. They are called dendrites. Okay, இது என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Dendrites னு சொல்றோம். இது வந்து நீங்க கிட்டத்தட்ட எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு 9th standardல படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. Yes or no? Yes, and this is your cell body. And the longest dendrite பசங்களா அதை நம்ம axon னு சொல்றோம். Okay, this dendrite carry impulse. Okay, towards the cell body. Axon carries impulse away from the cell body. Okay, yes, இதுதான் உங்களோட entire thing. இதுதான் உங்களோட axon. Okay, structure is very 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 important. இதே நீங்க நம்ம திருப்பி neural tissue படிப்போம். இப்போ படிச்சா அப்ப படிக்கும்போது உங்களுக்கு ஒரு revision ஆயிரும். Okay, so என்ன நடக்குது பசங்களா? It has nucleus. Okay, and it has so many small granular structures. இதுல வந்து நிறைய granule இருக்கும். Can anyone tell me what is the granule that is present in the cell body? Anybody? At least one of you? That is called Nissel's granule. Nissel's granule னு சொல்லி ஒரு granule வந்து நம்ம செல் பாடியில இருக்கும். இது ஒரு elongated ஆன செல். இங்க எழுதுற அந்த பேரை கிளியரா? Okay, Nissel's granule. And your neuron, remember pasangla, it is an elongated cell. Okay, why is neuron elongated? Because it is involved in transmission of impulse. So secret impulse another transmit panno from the brain to your organs and from your organs to your brain. So these neurons, yes, Nissel's granules, very good, correct. And then you have axon. The axons are surrounded by cells called squam cells. Okay, that squam cells, the space between the squam cell is called node of Ranvier. Okay, and this entire axon ends in a synaptic knob. Okay, or synaptic knob la end agum, and the space between the two axons is called as what pasangla? Synapses. Okay, இப்ப ரெண்டு நியூரான் இருக்குனா அந்த ரெண்டு நியூரானுக்கு இருக்க ஸ்பேஸை வந்து நம்ம synapses னு சொல்றோம். Okay, so neuron can be unipolar, bipolar or multipolar, correct? All that we will discuss in when we do this neural control and coordination. Okay, neurons, there are two விதமான neurons இருக்கு. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Sensory neuron and motor neuron. So can you tell me the difference between sensory and motor neuron? Sensory neuron carries impulse towards your brain. Motor neuron carries impulse away from the brain. Okay, migraine nervous system problem ma'am. Migraine என்றது எப்படி சொல்லணும்னா it is multiple things. Okay, so என்ன நடக்கும்னா ஒன்னு you can tell brain related இருக்கலாம் ஒன்னு. Okay, இன்னொன்னு சில பேருக்கு eye problem இருந்தா migraine வரலாம், சில பேருக்கு stress ஆனா migraine வரலாம், correct? But it's a very severe form of headache, right? If you guys are going through it, இப்போ eye power இருந்தா அந்த eye power கண்டுக்காமே விட்டுருந்தோம்னா migraine வரலாம். Okay, இல்ல brainல ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு issue இருந்தா கூட you can have this, but it is completely curable. Okay, with proper guidance from the doctor, it's completely curable. Yes, yeah. Neurons transmit electrochemical signals from sensory receptors to effector. Which are the sense organ? Eyes, nose, ears, skin. They are all my sense organs. Okay. In addition, neurons, neuroglial cell. Neurons kulla, I have one more who is going to help. A friend comes to help you, no? Same thing, you have a neuroglial cell which is going to support my nervous system. Okay, so the neuroglial cells na enna ma'am, they are the cells which carry out phagocytosis and bring nutrients to the neuron. In the neuron ko kandipa you need some kind of nutrients, correct? And the neuron they have to do their day to day function. So who is giving nutrition to your neuron? It is your neuroglial cells. Okay, and they are going to remove the waste from the cells. Next, cockroach, we'll be doing it in tomorrow's class. And that's for today's session pasangla. Shall we have a quick rapid fire? Are you all ready? So today we have done quite a lot of information. Amava illaya? Did you all understand? Nariya per thoongitangan nenikren. It's already 9:15. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Ready? I'll shoot out nariya question kekla kammiya kekra because time already aichi. The very first question, can you name the two fibers that is present in my loose connective tissue? Loose connective oh, okay, yes. So there, can you name any two connective tissue? Thank you all in all. Please do attend the lives every day so you get used to the schedule. And very shortly I am thinking of posting a 100-day challenge mari. Like every day we will do topic, we will do PYQ, we will do NCRT. So ஒரு நாள் we will plan because exams ரொம்ப கிட்ட வந்துருச்சு. Yeah, I know. இருப்பதே 3 தான். I know. 6 3 இல்ல. இப்போ 6 members join ஆயிட்டாங்க. Yeah, I asked a question. Where do you see what are the fibers that are present in areolar and adipose tissue? Fibers peru ketta. You are telling me the cell's name. Can you just rethink of it? Fibers. It is your, anybody told the answer? So the fibers are collagen and elastin. Okay, collagen and elastin are the fibers. Yes. Next question. What is the most abundant blood cell? இந்த blood cell வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப அதிகமா இருக்கும். இது ரொம்ப ஈஸியான question. Yes, very good, very good. Which is the most abundant blood cell? இது ரொம்ப easy question. லைவ் பார்க்காதவங்க கூட சொல்லலாம். Very good. ரொம்ப simple. RBC. Okay. Which blood cell exhibits polymorphonuclear? Which blood cell exhibits polymorphonucleus? Yes, collagen and elastin fibers. Very good, very good. Next question. Which blood cell exhibits polymorphonucleus? Very good. WBC. Polymorphonucleus is exhibited by WBC. Okay. So I have 3 types of muscles, correct? Smooth muscle, striated muscles, okay, or skeletal muscle, and you have your cardiac muscle. Out of these 3 cells, can you tell me, these 3 cells or these 3 muscles, can you tell me which is multinucleate? Okay, multinucleate. In the 3 la edu vandu multinucleate? Which muscle is multinucleate? Is it your smooth muscle? Is it your skeletal muscle? Or is it your cardiac muscle? WBCs. Correct. Polymorphonuclear WBCs. Very good. Very good. Now I move to the next question. Very good. Superb. It is your skeletal muscle. Okay. Last question கேட்றேன். Okay. You have your smooth muscles. Smooth muscle ku innor பேர் இருக்கு. Does anyone know what is the other name of smooth muscle? What is the other name of smooth muscle? Yes, very good, very good. It's called visceral muscle. Okay, illati அத வந்து நான் involuntary muscle னு சொல்றேன். அவ்வளவுதான். Okay பசங்களா, thank you so much for decoding animal tissues with me. Okay, do like this live and do go and comment. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, visceral muscle, very good, very good. Unstriated, yes, unstriated correct தான். Unstriated correct தான். Yes, thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Bye.